Here we go, Frankie Barker, our semi-main event. Full credit to Scienagi Rebellion Muay Thai. And a big thank you to firebrandclothing.com for getting behind this semi-main event. We've got Roy Wills from the Thai boxing pit in WA, coming off a win last week in Perth against Tim Morrison, taking on from South Australia, the General Bryan Hasse. Bryan's had 16
Hey guys, we're doing full throw rules, 5 rounds, okay? Try to listen for my commands at all times on my hands. Keep your hands up at all times, right? Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
20 years of age, Roy Wills, 19 years of age, 19 fights, 2-time WKN state champion over in WA. Mate, as tough as they come, these two boys. And the boys from the pit, one thing they never do, they never quit.
Absolutely not, and it's interesting how young these boys are and what their records are. The amount of experience they have between them is incredible. Looking forward to a very tactical, technical, terrific fight.
Yeah, and again, again, we've got South Australia versus Western Australia here in Melbourne, so full credit to the promoter for bringing out the best fighters. 5 2-minute rounds, full Thai rules. Very aggressive looking Bryan Hasse to start this one off. Last time I saw Bryan fighting was on the Joe Nader promotion here in Melbourne a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice left hook. He's hurt bad in that corner.
He's rocked Roy Wills.
He really has.
One thing about Roy Wills, he'll fight his way out of this. He fought last week on Epic 5 over in Perth.
Oh man, Bryan Hasse is just absolutely unloading right now on Roy Wills. He's got to get out of that corner or clinch.
You can hear Blair Smith just saying to him, get out of that corner, and that's exactly what he's done. Tell you what, this is what fighting's all about, mate. These boys, they've come to put on a show.
What an incredible start to this fight.
Roy Wills now just starting to take control in the grapple. He'll settle down. He's a tough kid, mate. 19 years of age. He's a concreter. He's as hard as. Step up elbow, switch up elbow there, crossing elbow there from Roy Wills as well. So Bryan Hasse, mate, he must be thinking, what do I have to do to put this kid down?
Absolutely. I mean, he's given him his best shot so far, and he's still there. Roy Wills is still there.
Mate, the motto of the boys in the pit is that the pit never quit. And I'll tell you what, I've called these boys fighting over in Perth, mate, and they are hardcore.
Absolutely, it's obvious. These boys are in such great shape, technically tough. And very composed under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, beautiful knees there from Roy Wills.
Oh, beautiful body kick, nice straight elbow off that right-hand side. Beautiful.
Well, Bryan Hasse now trained by Alan Walkington out of Adelaide. So Bryan's not looking phased though. He's come out and he threw absolutely everything at it in the first minute of this bout. Roy Wills withstood the onslaught that was the General Bryan Hasse, and he came back with some of his own. Again, big thank you to Firebrand Clothing. They've produced the Rebellion Muay Thai t-shirts here tonight. They've done a sensational job.
Hey, Chuck.
Are we going to see Hasse come out again? Aggressive.
Yeah, Bryan Hasse is just coming forward again. Roy's got to get out of that corner again, just lock on the grapple. There's good sharp elbows again.
Like we didn't see that one coming. High kick by Mills. Nice crossing elbow by Wills. Spinning elbow by Wills. Body kick.
I tell you what, you get your money's worth when you get these boys in centre ring.
Man, Bryan Hasse's got some heavy hands, and let me tell you, Roy Wills has got a rock-solid chin.
Mate, he's a concreter. He probably eats concrete breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Well, this is interesting. We're going to see what Bryan Hasse has against the ropes. See what kind of defense he has and what kind of answers he has right now for Roy Wills, who has him against the ropes in the neutral corner.
I'll tell you what, he comes from a good pedigree though. Roy Wills training out of the Thai boxing kid. He's got Blair Smith over there, Blair's son Toby Smith over in Thailand, living over there, living the dream. That kid's going to be a future world champion. They've got James Macamacori, Sam Ballantyne. They're a tough bunch over there, but I'll tell you what, Bryan Hasse's boarded here tonight as well.
Oh, nice short elbow from that lead hand by Bryan. Bryan Hasse.
Just the contrast in the build too. Big height and reach advantage to Roy Wills.
Oh, nice left hand. That was a beautiful question mark kick. I haven't seen them for a long time, Bushy.
So last time I saw Bryan Hasse fighting here in Melbourne, I think he was around 56 kilos. He's bulked up. I think this one weighed in at 60 kilos.
Bryan Hasse landing some big shots. Roy Wills eating those shots. Blush, and he's still there. Man, what do you have to do to put this kid away, huh?
So he went
incredible.
19 fights for 16 wins, 6 KOs. One tough kid, mate, from Perth, from the Thai boxing pit. But Bryan, the General Hasse, mate, he has brought it all to centre ring here tonight. 2 rounds down. This is a 5-round fight. Frank Barker, our semi-main event. Bryan, the General Hasse from Adelaide, taking on Roy Wills from the pit, and the boys from the Quit, they never quit. Semi-main event, 5 2-minute rounds. This has had everything in the first 2 rounds, mate. Are they going to last the 5 rounds?
Well, Bryan Hasse come out in the first 2 rounds and just started swinging. Obviously, Roy Wills, weathered the storm in the first round, looking a little worse for wear at the end of the second, with Bryan Hasse really turning it on. Let's see what the boys have got in the 3rd round.
But it's been absolutely action-packed, worthy of a main event. This one's a semi-main event. We've got 1 fight to go after this one. So round 3, Bryan Hasse is pushing referee Darren Bauer out of the way, just wanting to get to Roy Wills. And they talk about the feeling out process. Mate, what feeling out process? These boys, just from the very first battle of the first round, just been on it. Good crossing elbow there from Bryan Hasse.
Absolutely. Bryan Hasse really pouring on the pressure. He got some good results with some, big hands early on. He's going with the same.
Blair just calling out to Roy to use the knees. Oh, downward elbow right on the top of the scot on Bryan Hasse. Bit of a turning of the tables in this 3rd round, whereas Bryan Hasse has just controlled the first couple of rounds, just walking forward into Roy Wills. Roy's taken the ascendancy in this round. That's just pulling that kick. Roy just looks to be slowing down a little bit, Frank.
Yeah, well, the problem with coming out and swinging, in the first 3 rounds, or, it really starts to deplete your energy. It takes a lot of sting out of you. I'm hoping that Bryan Hasse could continue this pace, but like you said, he was starting to notice, slowing down. Hopefully this won't slow down much more, because Roy Wills starting to get his measure.
Same thing though, Roy must be thinking, what do I have to do to put this kid down? He just keeps walking towards me. He's got a steely look in his eye, Bryan Hasse.
Oh, beautiful knee. Nice right hand, left hook.
I had the pleasure of calling Roy Wills versus Mitch Seth. Mitch Seth is our main event here tonight. These boys fought in the main event over at Nemesis number 2 in Perth on the 10th of February.
In the round 3, Red Scooter.
Tell you what, mate, doesn't get much better than this here in centre ring.
No.
Heading into round 4, Red Scooter. Purple. Jump.
So round 4, big thank you to Manos from Firebrand Clothing again. Apparently put together the Rebellion Muay Thai t-shirts here tonight. Firebrand Clothing, have a look for them on the internet. Bring in the best clothing.
Nice elbow there by Roy Wills.
Good kick there from Roy Wills.
Wow.
Bryan Hasse missed the mark, did a complete 360. Roy Wills followed up with a beautiful kick. Spinning back elbow.
Oh, nice left hook.
So our judges for this one, Kane Doherty, Matt Reid, Mark Corrie. It's going to be interesting to see how they score this one, Frank.
Yeah, exactly. In Muay Thai, usually, punches don't score as highly as elbows do, especially knees and leg kicks or head kicks for that matter. So, good point. Interesting to see how they're going to call this fight so far.
Well, certainly the first 2.5 rounds, the aggressor was Bryan Hasse, but Roy Wills has turned the tables a bit.
Absolutely. Bryan Hasse really came out early, and this is the 4th round now. Came out early again, but like I said earlier, Roy Wills, and we both agree, is starting to turn the fight around.
Come on, fight fans, feel free to make some noise in here!
So Bryan Hasse just continually walks forward, matey.
Oh, beautiful left hook. Man, Roy Wills has got a chin, let me tell you. You're not kidding when they say they breed him tough down in the pit.
Mate, hit never quit, don't you worry about that. They will fight till the end, these boys. As I said, mate, he's just come off a 5-round win over there in Perth last weekend. Tell you what, any promoter out there around Australia, you want to put on a good show, you get these two boys on your card, match them up against anyone. You get your money's worth.
Beautiful head kick. Roy Wills really starting to turn it on now.
Big 4th round, but I love the attitude of the general Bryan Hasse. He's just got aggression built up in him.
This is the 5th and final round.
Here we go, Frankie. 5th and final round, proudly brought to you by Firebrand Clothing. Roy Wills from the Thai boxing pit, the general Bryan Hasse, trained by Alan Walkington from South Australia. Blair Smith was really having some words to Roy, just something he's really got to bring him home in his 5th round. Take nothing away from the power too of the general Bryan Hasse.
Absolutely not, you know, but Roy Wills just seems to look like the fresher of the two, the more crisp of the two.
Well, Bryan's 2 national titles, mate. He's won them both by KO, so he's certainly got some power at that level, but he hasn't been able to put Roy Wills away at the moment.
Well, any lesser man would have dropped to at least 1 knee by this stage of the fight.
Into the final minute of this fight, we're going to make some noise in here.
Oh, big Superman punch there from the general. Roy Wills just not phased. Big crossing elbow, just missing the mark.
That just missed, Bushy. That just missed. A sense of urgency for both fighters right now, looking at landing some really good shots.
Just like the way both boys are countering as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Bryan's really bulked up. As I recall his fight a couple of years ago here in Melbourne, he was fighting around 55, 57 kilos. He's really bulked up.
Final 30 seconds.
Spinning back elbow there from Roy Wills. 30 seconds ago, both boys had to bring it home. Attempted Superman punch there from Bryan Hasse. So, mate, the resolve of both of these fighters is second to none. As I said, any promoter that wants to get a dream matchup, get both of these boys on your card, match them up against anyone at the 60-kilo weight range, and you'll get your money's worth. Bryan Hasse unloading in the red corner. Mate, these boys could keep going a few more rounds.
Wow, what a war. Hard to call that fight.
Mate,
Hard to call. Very difficult to call, Bushy.
I am going to stay off the fence on this one. Full credit to both boys, mate. Absolutely sensational. I'll let you jump in centre ring and have a chat to the winner. But, mate, this one will go to the judges.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 5 rounds of Muay Thai, once again we go to the judges' scorecard. We have a unanimous points decision. Your winner, the blue corner, Roy Wills.
There you go, unanimous points decision to Roy Wills from the Thai boxing pit over Bryan Hasse. Absolutely sensational semi-main event. As I said, any promoter wants to get some boys on for a bit of action, call these two boys. But a big win there to Roy Wills, backing up his win on Epic 5 in Perth last week.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Roy Wills. Roy, congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty dazed, actually. His punches, man, I was rocked in, I think, the first 10 seconds or whatever, but yeah.
Well, I was just going to ask you, did you anticipate that Bryan Hasse was going to come out so aggressive in the first 4 rounds?
Yeah, I pretty much anticipated that. I knew that he's knocked out Concha, and that's a pretty good feat, so we were training pretty much, keep a tight guard, use the teep a lot, and the left kick every time he tried to come in.
Well, you really weathered the storm in those first 3 rounds. You really started coming out with some great tactics of your own, with some great cutting elbows as well. Was that part of your plan coming into this fight?
Yeah, it was. I'm really fit. I just came off a fight last weekend as well. Luckily, I was not injured, so I could take this fight. So I was definitely fit, and I thought maybe I'd be able to outlast him and catch him in the last few rounds.
Absolutely. We know, Bushy and I were calling the fight, and we noticed that he started slowing down a little bit in the middle of the 4th round. Did you notice he was slowing down?
Yeah. My trainer was telling me in between rounds that he's just punched himself out yet, and so I just tried to pile on the points. If I hurt him, I was going to pounce, but I couldn't really see. He has a good poker face if I did hurt him, but yeah.
Well, I've got to say, that was an incredible performance from both of you, and you definitely pulled the win out with some great technique. Congratulations to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you fight again. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please, for Roy, Will,